All right, here we go. Scenario 2. Back at Scott's after frustratingly painting this merchant ship up. Actually, the painting wasn't so bad. It's the rigging. I don't know if I'm going to keep the rigging. We've got the movie Privateers on over there. So we're doing Scenario 2, Letter of Marque. I'm the privateer, or sorry, I'm the merchant with a 5th-rate defending. We've got my snazzy new islands.
Yeah, I'm going to paint these up in red.
Oh, nice. I'll have to steal that idea. He's got little tokens over there. I just took, these were just rubberized tree bases.
Because it's not going to move.
And, you know, spare boats. There's always spare boats.
I just don't have any paper clips small enough to get some giant ones.
Well, I'll go
Yeah, I'm going to scan some homework.
pick some up.
Scott's got his 2 painted brigs. He painted a whole bunch of other ships, but this mission has 3 brigs. I'll take snapshots of them, but yeah. There's a nice 3rd-rate, 5th-rate, and then, well, we have your other brig.
2 frigates and a 3rd-rate.
Nice.
2 brigs.
Do tell, so these were joy to paint, right?
Oh, just exciting.
Sarcasm.
Yeah.
All right, so get that rabble off of there. So with the wind coming from the south to the north. Wait, am I reading this right? If the wind is coming from the south,
Yep. It's behind that way.
then that means okay,
It's
yeah.
going north.
Yeah, I just for me the arrow should be pointing towards where the wind is coming from.
Points in the direction the wind is traveling.
I guess. All right. So that does mean that you'll go first, and you got to take loot tokens off of my ships. You get all sorts of bonuses for grappling and boarding actions, so I'm going to try and prevent that. All right, so we'll catch after turn 1. Despite the adventure that's sounding off on the show, the first turn was pretty uneventful. Yeah. His brigs are moving up. The wind is coming from his direction, so he's going to go first. I shortened sail on the merchant, and I just kept at battle sail for the frigate. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, the first couple turns are just going to be positioning. This is going way faster now that we know what we're kind of doing it. What a crock of shit. Once again, his super long-range shot gets a critical straight off the bat.
Closest to the wind.
So that critical roll ended up being a gun deck hit on my forward battery of my frigate, which meant I moved up, broadsided that rear brig down there,
Okay.
and got 2 hits.
You need to leave that in the... No. Turn this, dude. Just leave it in the middle here.
All right.
Now,
And I did 4 points of damage, so that is that.
Yeah,
I'm just,
I like
this
that
thing is
move.
so slow. So we'll see
I don't
what's
think I'm
what.
going to get far enough though. If I go to there and turn, I'm going to run into the island.
Well, you
So
turn
that's
By all
left on
means.
I don't want to do that.
Of course you do. How the fuck? Jesus. And this is from my own ship too. Guess what's getting painted? That. Double crits. All right. Well, roll 2d6.
Let's roll 2d6 and
Find out what happens.
5 and a 1.
That's probably not good. So it was a gun deck hit and an extra structural hit. Well, now that we've just jacked all this up. Yeah, we'll need to go with the paper clips, Scott, because I just
Yeah.
moved all this back. Yeah, all this sword fighting, I mean, these guys should try and board. I know what this guy's trying to do. He's trying to get rear shots. Yeah.
God damn straight I am.
Yeah. Are you dead on behind me?
Yeah.
All right, are you within range?
Yeah, dude.
Barely.
Fucking
Well, hopefully you'll miss, because I don't want to take double damage from this. BS!
BS.
Haha!
No.
I'll take that.
You escaped.
I did escape. Right on. Seriously, my dice... I can't say they're my dice.
And a 4.
So he's maneuvering around.
Crew hit. That's better for you.
Gun crew hit? Oh, because I was going to broadside the piss out of you.
Crews of
Well, it's a
Britain run
merchant.
about
It's a
incoming
merchant, who
fire.
cares?
Another sailors are disabled or key officers.
I'm firing at
wounded
your frigate.
or
You
killed
can't.
morale.
You
Why?
can't fire at the frigate
In order
because
to
unless you're
collapse.
veteran crew, you have to pick at the you have to pick the
Place
closest
a
model.
crew
So it has
hit
to.
But
token next to
I
your
can't
ship.
see. I lined him
Yeah,
up
you
for
are.
your frigate, dude.
Oh, you line them up for the frigate?
Yeah, straight through here.
Okay, well that's fine then.
Yeah.
You cheesy bastard.
Yeah. I don't care about your stupid merchantman.
So until the next activation, the ship automatically fails all skill tests it performs.
I don't need to take skill. A bit more action. Our ships are now passing by. I was able to hopefully severely damage this brig over here, but I had to lighten sail in order to do so. So we'll see what happens now. But yeah, we'll see. So the merchantman still has some guns, which I was able to broadside into. It's too bad it doesn't have any carronades. Or maybe it does. I'll have to check. Maybe it does have carronades.
What's that? The bricks?
The merchant.
Oh. Ships can catch
Huzzah!
fire through critical damage or by sailing within Bavarian ship. There's already a blaze. At the start of every subsequent activation, the crew of a ship on fire attempts to extinguish the flames by making a skill test. If successful, the ship no longer fire. If it fails, an extra D3, D6, or D10 damage will be taken depending on the vessel size.
If you're small, I think it's only D3.
Additionally, if the unmodified result of the skill test is a 1, the fire... Hi, hon.
It blows up.
The fire has reached the ammunition's magazine and the ship explodes. We just both sit there and friggin'...
Yeah, that's when you break out the rowboats. So this ship here was on fire for the briefest amount of time because he was able to roll a 6 right away to put the fire out.
You use the bathroom.
Yeah. So now...
Edit that.
No, I'm going to keep that in. You're pirates. So basically now the way the board lays, my frigate is going to be first, then his becalmed ship, and then my merchant. So I should actually just turn the frigate to shoot at that guy some more and hope for a gun hit. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I just need to get the merchant out of there. So now that he's no longer drinking, I can say my cunning plan.
No, remember when I said I turned to the right and I could have gone left around the island? That's what I should have done to block it.
True.
I didn't even think
so he
of where you
critted the merchant yet again. I don't know what it is. I'm a crit magnet. It's just like how many in this game and how many in the previous game. So the wind hasn't changed. Luckily, my merchant is just bearing in the right. It's not right into the wind, so I can continue moving. I don't have to worry about being becalmed. So at this point now, it's just how much damage can I cause before running off the board and winning the game, which is fine because Dwayne's on his way for the second game. So we'll just wrap this up. Yeah.
5 is... We did
Look, complete opposite ends of the spectrum. A 1.
He was shocked. He made his skill check to tack away, moved the battle sails, and then got a crit on me again. I am definitely a crit magnet.
You're going to have to call yourself... It's a frigate, so you're going to have to call yourself a frit. The frigate critical.
Well, here's the thing. I've taken so many crits that I know that a 5 is, it's extra damage without looking.
Yeah.
This is seriously getting
True,
old.
yeah.
This brig got another crit. Shock.
Shock horror. All right.
So-
Wind change. Wind
So
jammer.
yeah.
Let's go wind
do the
jam,
wind.
man.
Do the wind. Otherwise, I win in 2 turns. Double. Oh, no! Be
Becalmed.
calm. Nobody moves.
No one moves.
Everybody's at anchor.
Ah, for fuck's
Really? All right, so the previous turn. Well, everybody's at anchor now.
Well, okay, so I get to go first. I'm just going to shoot at
Whoa,
you.
whoa,
obviously.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, dude, come on, seriously.
Yeah, but there's no wind. Who gets to go first? I'm fucking with you. So he gets to go first. Lame.
Fire!
What a shock.
Oh!
Another goddamn crit.
extra.
Yeah.
There's gloop, gloop, gloop noise, and
So,
down goes the frigate.
Because of the becalming, it actually helped out Grinning Scott there. Pirate Scott, because each of his moves was like, oh, this is great. I only get to move 3 instead of 5. So this guy here didn't get any crits, but because he's directly astern, he does double damage. So we both hit, of course. So I took 8 points. I was down to 8. So I would have been rolling to test to strike my colors, but that's okay. Hopefully this shipment of tea or whatever's in there was important enough to lose an entire frigate over. But yeah, so At least he sank my frigate. Although, to be honest, how many crits did I get to get
Oh,
to
I
this
do.
part?
1, 2, 3,
lots.
4.
At least
8.
5.
8, no. It was 8, dude. It was 5 by
That's crazy.
before we even crossed this.
This is nuts. Man. So this is what Scott should have done. But didn't.
Way back here.
When we were back here.
Yeah.
And I didn't stage that at all. I just happened to be
On the
filming.
first turn of boarding only,
Yeah.
the current activated ship adds +1 to the target number shown on the boarding to hit.
Yeah.
So I'm regular.
But you would add +2s because at the beginning of the match, your guys are hardened privateers. So you'd gotten a +2.
Oh, so they're
You would have had advantages to the boarding and to the grapple test.
so they're veterans.
No,
so-
they're regular, but they count as veterans for just grappling.
Right,
That's
so-
what the rules
oh,
is.
grappling.
So the grappling is the when you're within 3 and you chuck
If
grapples.
more than 2 ships are involved in a grapple, add the ship points of each side together. The side with the greatest total ship points adds a +2 to the boarding to hit target up. Yeah, it's just to hit targets. The grappling is just to hit target. So it's this here.
And you would have had a bonus to the hand-to-hand.
Yeah,
result, too.
activated ship adds a +1 to the target number shown. So it's a 6 or less. So basically,
You'd have a 4, 5, or 6.
yeah.
So you'd have gotten
No. A 6 or less.
on a D6 or a D10.
On a D6.
Well, 6 or less is automatic. That makes no sense at all.
Dude, I didn't write the rules.
Well, I'm sure it's a D6 or a D10. Where does it say? Which
Because
roll?
all rolls are normally
This gives us
D10s
strength-
unless.
Oh, a
D10s.
D10. All right, so
it's a D10.
so it's a 6 on a D10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, critical! What a shock!
6.
critically
He
boarded.
critically boarded. Yeah.
Throw of a 1 is a critical hit. It is. Look.
So what would it have done in a grapple? Immediately
reducing
strike
the
my
enemy-
colors. I'm
Reducing
French.
the enemy ship points by 4 instead of 2.
Which leads to striking colors.
Well, so you get to strike against me, and you're on a 4 or less as an inexperienced. So you missed.
Yeah.
The ship that took the least amount of damage is considered to be the winner of this round of fighting. If the ship that took the most damage in this round is now at less than half of its initial ship points, it will have to pass a skill test or surrender.
Yeah.
If the ship, so you lost.
Well, at that point, my merchant was basically untouched. So that means that the battle would have had to go on for a little bit until you strike the colors.
Yeah, but
at least now we know that. That's
yeah.
how it
So
works.
so you just went down by 4 points. What's that put you at?
Well, I started with 28. I'm still at. I'm still at 28.
okay.
Yeah. So the battle would have to rage for like epic amounts of time like
Yeah,
this.
draw nothing for
Yeah.
If the ship points ever reach 0 as a result.
But that's what you do is you'd get all 3 ships swarming in and
Right,
triple
so
grapple.
so they now stay locked together, and it's just skill test against skill test.